Daddy, read this book to me. Read that book to me and then that one. Say it.
Ulysses is the record of a single day, June 16, 1904. That day was very much like any other, unmarked by any important event and, even for the Dubliners who figure in Ulysses, exempt from personal disaster or achievement. It was the climax of a long drought, and the many public houses of the Irish capital claimed most of the Dubliners' spare time and cash, the former, as usual, abundant, the latter scarce, as usual. In the morning a citizen was buried. A little before midnight a child was born. At about the same hour the weather broke, and there was a sudden downpour, accompanied by a violent clap of thunder. In the intervals of imbibing Guinness, Power, or JJ&S, the Dubliners discoursed with animation on their pet topic, Irish politics, happily bemused themselves by the singing of amorous or patriotic ballads, lost money over the Ascot Gold Cup. At about 4 p.m. an act of adultery was consummated at the residence of one Leopold Bloom, advertisement canvasser. A perfectly ordinary day, in fact. The structure of the book as a whole is, like that of all epic narratives, episodic. There are 3 main divisions, subdivided into chapters, or rather, episodes, each of which differs from the rest not only in subject matter, but also by the style and technique employed. The first part, 3 episodes, serves as prelude to the narrative of Mr. Bloomsday, the main theme, and may be regarded as a bridge work between the author's earlier work, The Portrait of an Artist as a Young Man, and Ulysses. The 3 episodes which compose this part are concerned with Stephen Dedalus, the hero of the portrait, and his doings from 8 a.m. till noon. Stephen is still the arrogant young man who entered in his diary the concluding lines of the portrait, quote, "I go to encounter for the millionth time the reality of experience, and to forge in the smithy of my soul the uncreated conscience of my race. Old father, old artificer, stand me now and ever in good stead." End quote. In the interval between this invocation of the first artist of the Hellenic world, maker of the labyrinth of Snossos and the honeycomb of gold, and his participation in the Odyssey of Mr. Bloom, Stephen has passed a year or so at Paris, but it is evident that his knowledge of the reality of experience has been little enlarged, insofar as such knowledge implies a capacity for self-adaptation or acquiescence with one's surroundings. He is still an intellectual exile, proudly aloof from the mediocrity of his contemporaries, and he still displays an ironic disdain for their shoddy enthusiasms, combined with a predilection for the abstruosities inculcated by his Jesuit upbringing, the scholastic habit of dialectic and exact definition. Are you still